Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am really excited to show you the paper elements from the new release that is upcoming the 29th of September. This release is from Karin Joan. It's called Missees, the whole collection. And I'm starting my first video for you guys with the paper elements. Why? Because this was really outside of my comfort zone. On the other hand, as soon as I started playing with the items inside of these paper elements, I was just sold. Really, there are endless possibilities, and I am going to go through this whole paper elements. So this is a die cut block. This means that there are some pieces already sort of die cut. It's stuck inside of the papers with some small pieces, and you just have to pop them out and then you can start using them. So there are two papers of each. So when you use one, you have another one left to create something completely different or exactly the same, depends on what you want. So having two of each is really handy in my opinion. What I also wanted to say was that there is also a larger paper element that is more for journaling and other bigger crafty projects, but you will see them in some cards that I created also, so really versatile. I decided because everything is so easy, things go quick because these paper elements just have colors there where you need them. So I wanted to create 3 projects with you today. So what I really like is that there are some gold details inside of it, and this lady is truly my favorite. She's so bubbly and joyful, really lovely. So on the back you can also see all the items that are included and a picture of the amazing Karin Joan who designed this whole release. So next up I am also going to use the mixed paper pad, which are pattern papers designed by Karin Joan, and they fit perfectly with the rest of this amazing collection. So what I was really surprised by is the fact that there is some gold printed on vellum, and I truly adore it. I don't know if it's something that is already out there. I didn't have it in my stash until now, so I'm really happy with that. And then there's also some white on top of vellum, which is truly lovely. It's so subtle, but when you put another color behind like this, you can truly see what is being said in the front. So there are so many elements in this mixed paper pad which are truly adorable. The only downside about this paper pad is that there is only one pattern of each. So yeah, there's a downside, but that's because it's so good and so gorgeous. And yeah, here you have some sort of a script, really lovely. Some more banners, then an adorable rainbow paper, and when you put it in front of that rainbow paper, those vellum pieces, it's truly adorable. It's also planned in this pad that there is a vellum and then just a pattern paper, then again a vellum, and you can easily combine it with the paper behind it. So we are almost through. Yes, that's it. And now I am going to create some projects with you. So first of all, to speed this through, I decided on which elements I wanted to use, and I sort of matched them all together already to see what would fit and what didn't. And I came up with 3 combinations of all of these adorable images inside of these paper elements. And there will be one card which is truly festive with like 4 misses, which in my opinion are then the girlfriends, and they are just meeting for a birthday. Then this adorable bunny with the oversized coffee mug. You don't need to use it with the bunny, but I really found it hilarious to use an oversized cup with that small bunny, which is one of my favorite images. The cute and adorable bunny inside of this collection. So for my first card, I am creating that birthday card with all of those misses, and I'm just going to die cut some Nina. So here you can see that I'm using some basic dies from Waffle Flowers to help me. I am going to create a frame because I want to use some of the vellum pattern paper and I don't want any of the adhesive showing, so therefore I'm making a frame so that I can tuck the adhesive behind it. I'm using my grid mat to align these frames, and then with some purple tape I keep them together, and then I can die cut. And then I have the frame and also the inside piece. The inside piece I will be using later on to create some grounding for the misses. So of all the vellum papers that are inside of this amazing paper pad, this one is truly my favorite. So I'm going to use it to create a background. And I'm just tracing with my pencil how much I need, and then I'm going to cut it smaller with my trimmer. And now I'm going to adhere that onto the frame already using some liquid glue. And that's it. You will not see the adhesive showing. And then I was deciding what I was going to do with my misses and decided on making some grounding for them. So I'm just using that insert and I am going to trim it down a bit. So having that, I am going to assemble my misses on top of this panel. What I was still figuring out was whether the misses would all be in front, all be behind, or would be alternating in front and behind this grounding. Inside of this collection there are also 2 packs of washi tape, and I just adore the idea of using the washi tape to help with grounding and making something funny about it. So I'm using this washi tape and I'm just adding it at the edge of this small panel, making sure that it is aligned straight, and then I will take another one and I will bump it against this one. And then in the end you will have sort of a completely die-cut card if you're not using any stamps, which is adorable, but with the colors and the gold details of these paper elements, I truly think it's so much fun to create. the washi tape, I decided that I preferred all the misses to be behind it so that it wouldn't cover anything of the washi tape. And then the left one, I needed to trim a bit of her arm off just to get her inside of my frame. And I must admit, one of the most lovely things about this release, in my opinion, was the fact that Karin Joan decided to create so many different misses. Everyone is different in the world, and that's just completely fine. There are so many ethnicities in this adorable collection that you have to fall in love with it. I mean, I remember the first time that I saw everything that she created, and I just thought that she was so clever, and she just thought about everything, like the pattern paper, the paper packs, everything just fits with each other. The washi tapes, there are the misses on top of there, but there is also some hashtags, some hearts, really lovely. And yeah, I just fell in love with it. So for this card, I was first going to let it just be as it was, but then I decided that I wanted to add a sentiment. So as you can see here, you can just press out those images, those sentiments that are created in those paper elements, and then I just used my scissors to trim off the excess where it was still adhered to the paper. And sometimes when there is a bit too much white of something, in my opinion, then I just cut it off as well. So here I was contemplating which one I was going to use, and in the end I decided upon this white one. I really love the font. It's bigger than the other one, and I just added it with a bit of liquid adhesive. And then my first panel is finished. I will later on in the end of this video add everything onto its proper card base, but for now I'm continuing with the second one. So my second card is with my favorite missy that is included in the paper elements. This girl is just amazing. I love the fact that she is smiling that big and that she just has some tea with her. So yeah, that's what I really like. And then I decided upon using that bright yellow pattern paper. And why? Just because it's a whole lot of fun using those together. What I didn't figure out yet was the sentiment that I was going to use. So just to match a sentiment, I was figuring out whether I was going to use another pattern paper or not. But in the end, I just stick to my yellow one and figures out that I was going to add some sort of a tall bubble. So here I'm still figuring out which one, and this is not the one. I wanted my missy to be on the left of my card. I don't know why, but it feels better for me when I'm putting my stuff at the left. And this speech bubble was oriented to the right in my opinion, so I cut off the excess, but wasn't completely happy with how it was going to look when my missy was on the other side of the card. So in the end I am taking another one, which is also with a heart, so easy to use on every card. And this card is going to be one for one of my best friends. We adore going for a coffee, drinking some tea sometimes as well, and I want to invite her to grab a cup of coffee when it's allowed and stuff like that with the corona. We need to be careful, of course, but I really want to do our regular coffee times as always. So this card is a happy meal and an invitation at the same time. So here I have a thought bubble, and I'm just going to trim off some of the white. Also, there are some smaller bubbles that lead towards the bigger thought bubble. I didn't want them to be in this specific way, so I just cut them loose. And it was tiny and it was fiddly and everything, but this way I could really decide where I was going to put those dots. And in the end, I'm really happy that I trimmed them apart to do my own thing with it. Endless possibilities, you just have to make it your own and have some fun with it. So that's what I'm going to do, and then when I have my bubbles as well, I am going to adhere everything to this panel, and one of the cups will be with a bit of foam squares to really stand out. And then afterwards I will continue with my third project. So my third project is with that adorable bunny, and I'm also using this, which is called, and I'm going to check it, Stencil KJ01. Yeah, I had a bit of trouble getting it out of the packaging, but as you can see here, endless possibilities with this amazing collection of dies. There is a banner which I'm going to use to create a tag from, and there is an envelope inside of it, other banners, tags, hearts, anything you can think of, it's inside of this. A speech bubble. It's just amazing. So I've die cut this banner from Nina, and the idea is that my bunny is having a giant cup of coffee inside of his paws, and I'm going to add some washi tape to make it a bit fun. So I'm using those hearts again. They are just too cute to not use them. And then there is that pink one that I'm going to use, and there are all sort of hashtags on there. Really encouraging, really funny, really girly. I adore the washi tape. So I added that, and then I'm adding the pink one just right against it, and then I'm also going to fold it all the way over to the back. Going to trim off the excess a bit, and then I can check my layout again. So since this is going to be a tag, I also have to die cut a small hole on the top. Therefore I'm using one of those dots. But what I was thinking of was that the back of this tag was a bit plain. And so I took those hearts that you can see on the side, and I have die cut them a lot from Nina as well. So the same cardstock as I used for the tag itself. And after I have die cut this hole inside of the tag, I am going to make my own pattern paper, but with dimension. So those hearts that I've die cut, I'm going to randomly place them on my tag, and then I will adhere it on top of it. I'm not adding any color, so it's still really subtle in my opinion, but when you look at the tag you see that there are hearts, and it's just adorable. They are there, but it's not in your face, and that's really what I wanted to do, because I want that bunny with the huge coffee mug to really stand out. So after adding all the hearts, I am going to add a bunny with the coffee mug, and then I will add a bit more hearts to fill up the empty spaces, and then this tag will be finished as well. So you probably saw this during the week, but I am one of the design team members for the Misses by Karin Joan. There is an Instagram page where you can check out all the products. I am also linking towards the site of Karin Joan, as well as Studiolight, which is the company where Karin Joan designed this collection for. So I'm linking towards those in the description box. If you have Instagram, there is a whole Misses by Karin Joan Instagram page where all the designs from all the team members will be displayed, and of course you can check out the individual pages of each member as well. That would be really lovely. This was really outside of my comfort zone, but I had a lot of fun. So I'm really curious what you think about the creations that I did with these paper elements, and what you think about the release. So if you are excited about this one, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can always leave them down below. I will answer them as quick as possible. And if you haven't checked in on Instagram yet towards this adorable Instagram page with all the designs, then I Would love to invite you to check it out, and maybe I will see you there. Have a wonderful day. Bye!